In ancient Egypt, along the sacred waters of the Nile River, lived a young potter named Khepri. He was a simple man, with no wealth and no title, but with a pure heart. Every night he looked up at the sky and prayed to the moon goddess Isis. She was said to watch over the lost. One evening, when the moon was full and a cold wind rose from the desert, Khepri heard a voice whisper his name, Khepri. From the moonlight, the silhouette of a woman formed, wrapped in gold and starlight. It was Isis, descending among mortals. "Why do you call to me every night?" she asked. "Not for wealth, not for power, only to know that someone hears me," he replied, trembling. The goddess was moved. For thousands of years, humans had asked her for gold, victory, or revenge, but no one had ever asked simply to be heard. In the days that followed, Isis began secretly descending to earth. She walked with Khepri among the towering temples of Memphis, hidden in the form of an ordinary woman. They laughed, they spoke about life and fear, and something forbidden began to grow between them. But the gods found out. From the heavens the great judge Ra thundered, "A goddess cannot love a mortal." As punishment, he decided to erase Khepri's existence from the world. On the night of the divine execution, the sky turned red, and the waters of the Nile began to withdraw. Khepri fell to the ground, feeling his life being torn away. Then Isis committed an unthinkable act. She tore away part of her divine essence and placed it inside his heart. An explosion of light consumed the desert. When the dust settled, Khepri was no longer just a man. His eyes shone like the stars, and the Nile began to flow once more. Seeing her sacrifice, Ra declared, "Your love has weakened your power, but it has made your name eternal." From that day on, legend says that when the Nile glows silver at night, it is the tear of the goddess Isis, still watching over the mortal she once loved.
Years passed, and Khepri walked the earth no longer as a simple potter, but as something in between, neither fully mortal nor fully divine. The people of Egypt began to whisper about him. They called him the Starborn. Crops grew wherever he stepped. The sick felt warmth in his presence. And when he touched the waters of the Nile River, they shimmered like liquid silver. But every gift carries a cost. High above the skies, Ra watched in silence. The balance of the universe had been disturbed. A mortal now carried the essence of Isis, and balance must always be restored. One night, as Khepri stood alone in the desert, the sand began to swirl violently around him. The moon vanished behind black clouds. A figure emerged from the storm, tall, cloaked in shadow. It was not Ra, it was something older. "I am the keeper of balance," the being said, its voice like grinding stone. Divinity cannot live in human flesh without consequence. Khepri felt the divine light inside his chest, burning hotter than ever before. "What must I do?" he asked. "You must choose," the keeper replied. "Remain on earth and watch those you love grow old and die, or ascend to the heavens and lose your humanity forever." At that moment, Isis appeared once more, her form weaker than before, her glow dimmer. "I would not ask this of you," she whispered, "but the gods will not allow both worlds to claim you." Khepri looked toward the distant city lights of Memphis. He saw families laughing, children running, life fragile and beautiful. Then he looked at Isis. "I was once a man who only wanted to be heard," he said softly. "You heard me? That is enough." He stepped back. The divine essence within him rose like a pillar of light, lifting him into the sky. The desert trembled. The stars seemed to bend toward him, and then silence. From that night on, the Egyptians believed a new star had appeared beside the moon, a guardian star. They said it was Khepri, watching over humanity, just as Isis once had. And when the Nile glows silver and a single bright star burns near the moon, it is said the goddess and the mortal still speak. Across eternity,